The purpose of the open forum section of the county board meeting agenda is to allow for public input and/or information to be presented to the board that does not require action by the board. Personal attacks of any kind against another person, a commissioner, or an employee are not allowed during open forum. Campaign-type presentations are also not allowed. The time limit for open forum is 3 minutes per speaker, with a maximum of 5 speakers per the open forum. The time limit may be shortened or extended at the discretion of the board chair. Discussions that require additional time beyond the original 15 minutes will be recessed and continued following the conclusion of the regular board business meeting agenda items. All input and information that is to be addressed to the Board of Commissioners as a whole, not to individuals and not to members of the audience. Speaker handouts are considered public information, and the county may make copies of such handouts for public if needed.
I want you guys to listen to everything that is about to be said and tell me if this doesn't sound like derogatory, defamatory, insulting attacks on county employees.
Next we have Nancy Hassett of Big Lake speaking about ICE.
Once again, listen very closely and tell me if this is in keeping with the rules.
Hi, I'm with Sanctuary and Resistance to Injustice and Union Congregational Church. The following testimony was dictated by Luis, not his real name, about his ICE detention in Sherburne Jail.
Personal attacks of any kind against another person, a commissioner, or an employee are not allowed during open forum.
The food is disgusting. They do horrible things to break you down, so you will ask to sign your deportation papers. So the situation in the jail is really bad. Everyone is a Trump supporter, super racist, and say racist things to you.
No, first of all, who's everyone? And you know who she's talking about. She, representing Luis, is talking about staff. She just called all of the staff a bunch of racist Trump supporters.
Personal attacks of any kind against another person, a commissioner, or an employee are not allowed during open forum.
Having worked in a detention environment within the state of Minnesota, in one of the most left-leaning regions of the state now, which is Rochester, I don't believe for a minute that everybody that's locked up is a bunch that's locked up in there are all racists. So it's not the people that are locked up aren't all a bunch of racist Trump supporters. She's communicating that the staff is full of racists. Now, you're going to know why I say that in just a second. Listen very closely to her. And once again, tell me whether or not this is a defamatory attack on staff.
Personal attacks of any kind against another person, a commissioner, or an employee are not allowed during open forum.
Maybe not naming individual staff members by name, but you tell me why this is allowed to go on.
They mess with you. I call them the SS because that is what they really are. It's a concentration camp for immigrants.
Personal attacks of any kind against another person, a commissioner, or an employee are not allowed during open forum.
This is Teri, August 2nd. Now you tell me if what she did deserves this.
First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Since January, we have been begging for a public hearing to discuss the voting system that we do not trust, do not want to use, and do not want to pay for. Our petitions for a public hearing to redress our grievances have been arrogantly denied by our county commissioners, and they avoid their duty to respond to our grievances. Instead, the citizens of Sherburne County were bulldozed over and new equipment was purchased at the insistence of County Auditor Treasurer Diane Arnold. Each and every commissioner voted to support the purchase of the new system while ignoring our petitions for redress of grievances. This system cost over $654,000 in December of 2015 for the 2016 election, and I have heard rumors that the new system is around $500,000. I would appreciate clarification, please. During the recess of the April 19th board meeting, I pressed Commissioner Danielowski to stop dancing around the issue and support a public hearing, to which she rendered an obscure but positive response to a public hearing. Even though County Administrator Bruce Messelt immediately refuted any
you're out of order.
agreement and audit, and so did Diane Arnold.
Did you catch that? Bruce Messelt in December 21st of 2021 worshipped at the feet of Danielowski, heaping her with praise. Teri barely mentions her name, Commissioner Danielowski's name, and she immediately, somebody says, she's in violation.
Personal attacks of any kind against another person, a commissioner, or an employee are not allowed during open forum.
So the situation in the jail is really bad. Everyone is a Trump supporter, super racist, and say racist things to you.
Personal attacks of any kind against another person, a commissioner, or an employee are not allowed during open forum.
They mess with you. I call them the SS because that is what they really are. It's a concentration camp for immigrants.
Still, my county commissioner had given an obfuscated agreement to the public hearing, so I followed up with emails to her and the scheduler on April 27th and 28th.
Ms. Dickin,
I
you are
never
out of order.
received a response for
You've-
Commissioner
the board is-
Danielowski.
the board-
Excuse me,
The
sir. I am
board
a
chair,
public.
Ms.
Excuse
Dickin, the
me,
board
sir.
chair has.
Excuse me, sir.
No, Ms.
I am an
Dickin,
American
you are
citizen,
out of
and
order.
I am not.
Bailiff, would you help this,
Sir,
Ms.
just
Dickin,
a minute.
please?
I never received a response from County
Cut the
Commissioner
mic, please.
Danielowski, but I received.
This should very much go back to December 21st, 2021. As Messelt worships the ground that Danielowski walks on, Teri barely mentions her name, and now she's getting removed. I want the body cam footage. And look at that smile on Danielowski's face. Look at that. Did you see that smug smile on her face? Did you see that grin? Did you see that grin?